Hi there, this is NikitaNet, and I've got some interesting news. Now let me check quite quickly, and we'll continue on because we've got filters which are very nice, hopefully at least. Let's see, let's go to that screen. Yes, that's the correct one. So what I've got in view is the audio filters. So I'm using the default PCM mic capture via ELSA at 3200 kilohertz, which is not all that important to know, but that's what I'm using. I'm using some audio filters which were built into OBS. Now the most recent update, and today it's the 4th of October, almost 2 a.m. so at night. I was experimenting with this a couple of hours back, but we can now use VST plugins. And that's very interesting, right? Add a plugin or filter, audio filter, give it a name. Let's call it just bleep. And then you can select an audio filter from the VST 2.x range. It's a plugin. And then open the plugin interface. Open interface when active, which is also very interesting because most likely if I click this and have a plugin selected, if I use the audio input, it should show that interface automatically. Or at least I suppose, because, well, there's an issue. I don't have any plugins installed, nor, let's remove bleep just for sanity's sake, nor can I find anything here in this wonderful changelog, right? Version 26.0.0. Right, I did 2 times the O, and then YY40 OBS project, bionic urgency low. So I'm seeing filters, search, filter, it's in here, normal, regular, suppression, right, case sensitive, off. I'm seeing filter, added a new noise suppression method to the noise suppression filter, wonderful. Improved performance and accuracy of the LUT filter. Wonderful. See here, fix the bug. Fix the bug. That's it. So there's no mention of this in the documentation, which I personally find very interesting. However, it's here. Right? Let's disable preview, otherwise we get the infinity window. Right, click on here, on the gear wheel icon, then click filters, and you can add them. Now, I've looked, and enable preview. I've looked and found 2 versions of VST plugins in the Debian, I should say Ubuntu repositories. One based on Wine, so that those are Windows-based plugins, VSTs of course, and then there is another one. I don't know which to use. I can't find anything online or in this changelog that tells me which I should use. And if I do an apt-get show on OBS Studio, it doesn't show any recommendations concerning this. So in my opinion, either there's something very wrong with my computer, or they, OBS developers, added a feature silently just to get it out and let people play with it who understand what they're doing. And in this regard, I'm unfortunately, after over 1,500 videos, 1,000 at least, I'm still a noob. Yeah, it's what it is. Live streaming is fun, but I've always focused on video quality, and even then, let's switch cameras quite quickly. even then I haven't focused on it properly because of course you're dealing with equipment which is consumer grade in some regards, especially the cameras. And that one, which I'm not using at the moment, but was a couple of seconds ago, and this one. I'm not using a capture card with cameras or camcorders with HDMI cables with all that stuff. That's just too expensive for this production of NikitaNet, right? So I'm doing what I can with what I've got, and I'm looking at myself. Well, I should be looking at the camera. However, with all the issues I've been having with recording audio for live streaming or for these types of simple video recording, talking head videos with a little bit of screen capture and such, I wanted to use the VST plugins because I knew, based from some limited experience on Windows, that they were good. And well, it seems it's almost here. It seems it's almost ready. It seems it's almost good. However, what plugins to use? Right? Will the OBS interface hook on to default installed packages, at least on Ubuntu? Otherwise, how to install them, right? We need some proper documentation, and I don't want to experiment on this system nor the other one. Can I show you that one properly quite quickly? Most likely, hopefully. Right, that's the C170, right? Right. We're on that one. That computer contains so many files. I don't want to corrupt it, and I don't want to reinstall it because that was a hassle. Well, in the first place. And then you've got the computer I'm using at the moment right here. And I do need to improve my setup, but audio quality was lacking, and therefore I was a little bit discouraged. But with the VST plugins, I can most likely, hopefully remove some of those wonderful filters I've been using, which sometimes give a little bit of, well, issue. And I've replaced the lapel mic with a new one, or at least a proper one that I knew was good, because the last one was giving too much interference, most likely a pinched cable or something like that. So the hassles and expenses of a YouTube, well, content producer, it is what it is. So this is NikitaNet saying it's exciting times, at least for VST plugins coming to Linux, well, the Linux version of OBS Studio. I'm happy. Now some documentation, or somebody who's willing to experiment. If you've done this, please leave a comment. And if it's helpful, if it's working, I'll approve it without question, because of course, even bad English is better than no English. With that I mean some documentation is better than no documentation. Right, this is NikitaNet saying thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Where is that end scene? Oh my. I need a Stream Deck, really. Will that work on Linux though? Oh my. Bye-bye.